Financing options in 2022. Hi guys, I'm Syama, CEO of Scaling Retail. And boy, have there been so many different ways of raising capital, of getting money in order to launch and grow your business in the last few years. In fact, there are more options now than there really ever have been before. So how on earth do you go about thinking about financing and scaling up your company in this coming year? Well, number one of my most favorite instruments that I've launched are growth financing companies. Now, why do I like growth financing companies and what are they? Well, companies like Clearbank, companies like Settle, and there are a whole host of others really underline this operating function of, hey, if your business is growing and you have direct-to-consumer sales that are coming off of your Shopify platform, well, obviously there's a real clear track record or recurring revenue that's happening on a monthly basis. So why not actually finance the growth of those companies that you can actually just see purely from an API and plugin into that system? It's a much easier way of financing growth over time. So how does that operate? Well, let's say a company like Settle, for example, will plug into your backend, your Shopify, your QuickBooks, and all of a sudden they actually have a read on how your business is performing. They can see your P&L, they can see what your customers are purchasing, and they even understand your gross margins. Now, why is that great? Well, typically these growth financing companies are not having you held responsible. There's no personal liability for these loans because they're actually tying directly back to the performance of your business. That, I think, is very important. Historically, in order to grow your business, you would have to either raise money institutionally or from angels or outside individuals, or you would have to go out and take a personal loan or maybe even a business loan, but you would have to guarantee that loan as an individual. However, with these growth finance options, because it's actually pulling into the data analytics of your business is taking on the risk independent of you taking on the risk. And that is something that I like very much. Now, this company Settle, I think, is fantastic because they're essentially the upgraded version of a company called Buildcom, which many of you guys use today. And what I love about Build.com is it makes it super easy to keep track of your payments. It makes it really easy to consolidate, organize, and have something in a systematic process. So much easier than having to do ad hoc payments and all these different methods and mechanisms. Now, what Settle does is it's basically a upgraded version of a Build.com, plus it has this underwriting component, which I actually think is really powerful, right? This underwriting component allows you to be able to take on, again, growth financing for your business without your own personal guarantee. Now, there are a number of companies that are out there. I highly suggest doing some diligence on it and really finding out who's going to have the best terms and which growth finance company is going to be the best for you. But that is an instrument that I think is really hot and new in 2022 and something you really want to be looking into if your business is getting that kind of volume over time. Now, other kinds of financing opportunities. Well, obviously we've seen with the deregulation of crowdfunding and equity crowdfunding, this whole new swath of people who are now investing into companies. What I love about the equity crowdfunding model is it gives you a chance to really sell pieces of your business to your most loyal fans and to really be able to create a strong community, right? One example I love is a company called Wink, which does monthly subscription wine delivery. Now, this company's done extremely well, certainly during the pandemic, and they actually had, as they were doing their marketing launch into the field, they were also simultaneously fundraising, equity fundraising for their business and selling directly to their consumers shares of their company. Now, what's really fantastic about this is it puts ownership and pride and dedication and loyalty right back into the hands of your consumer. If your consumer who already loves your product now owns a tiny little bit of the company, you better believe they're going to become fanatics and loyalists because they're going to want to see that company grow over time. My hope is that more businesses will actually follow the model of Wink so that they can actually continue to create growth, continue to create loyalty, and actually have really smart, successful companies. So I would like to see more of you guys start to engage with your consumers in this sort of way. Now, when it comes to other sorts of innovation around capturing dollars, I think it's very important to understand that there are now more than ever more angel investors, and more Americans out there who have the resources to be able to invest into small business. And there are also so many more platforms that are making it much easier to be able to raise capital through friends and family rounds. And if you actually have the opportunity to raise capital from friends and family, you want to do so in a way that's really official and clear, and that's actually following all the rules and regulations so they can actually take advantage of being early on in your business. Oftentimes when we hear people raising money from friends and family, when they do so in a way that is not legal and that is not official, you actually end up souring the relationships with your family members, and you actually don't end up setting up your business to succeed as you're looking to bring on other investors and grow over time. So my advice on that front is start your operations and start getting resources from friends and family legitimately early on, and start to do your business structuring in a way that sets you up to scale over time. All right, guys, that's all from me over here in terms of new ways of financing in 2022. Feel free to send us an email at hello@scalingretail.com. We are networked with some amazing people along the lines of investors, along the lines of accountants, and certainly lots of people who can help you during your journey as an entrepreneur. Also, if you're looking for assistance and help in growing and scaling your company or launching it for the first time, we offer co-CEO services that allow you to manage your P&L and budgets and allow you to figure out how to capacity build a team based on your core strengths and competencies, and ultimately adopt a really successful leadership mindset to help you grow and scale sustainably. All right, guys, that's all from me here. Have a great day. Bye.